Hey folks, and welcome back to our final Playmobil reveal, or not reveal, review, here on Jurassic Collectibles, at least for now. This is the Brachiosaurus with Hovercraft. So set number 71819. You can see the Brachiosaurus is massive on this box. This retails for $59.99, so this is only £10 more than the Spinosaurus set, which I think is quite cool. There's no massively expensive sets in this line. It is all relatively affordable. Now obviously the economy at the moment, it is a challenge to buy toys, to justify expenditure, but if you're thinking about affordability, this is up there in terms of being accessible. We get this hovercraft, you can see a better look just down there. We get a tree and some rocks that you can set up some equipment on, the Brachiosaurus itself, a sort of mosquito or dragonfly in some amber, an actual dragonfly which is quite cool, two figures, a little sort of grappling hook, and if we spin it around, you can see on the back of the packaging a much better look at all of the features. So the two figures, the Brachiosaurus, the aesthetic for the Brachie feels very Jurassic Park to me, which I like. We do again get that hovercraft, the zipline, and all of the accessories. So not a huge amount of play features compared to some of the dino sets that Playmobil have done in the past. But again, this line seems really focused on natural world building. So natural animals, natural environments, and a couple of bits and pieces in between. So obviously this is the biggest set from the entire assortment. It is the last one sent to me by Playmobil, so again a huge thanks to them for making this series possible. And without any further ado, let's crack it open, take a closer look at the Brachiosaurus with Hovercraft, and see what we think. So I'm going to go away. This set, most number of pieces, 97, as you can see just down there. It's going to take me a little while to assemble it, but once I've got it done, I will come back and we will take a closer look together. So let's do that now. Okay folks, so we've got the Brachiosaurus and the Hovercraft out of the packaging and all assembled. And you can see in terms of amount of stuff, this is definitely the biggest set in the line. So we're going to move a few of the elements out of the way here. Very nearly knocked all those accessories off then. That would have not been great. And we're just going to take a look at this Brachiosaurus first. So as you can see, it is quite a large dinosaur. If we bring the Spinosaurus in, you can see that they're definitely not to scale with each other. The Brachiosaurus is scaled down, but that's how they're able to do it for the price point they are. And if we bring it closer, you can see you have that red patterning all down the figure's back, as well as some blue on the neck and the tail. You do get paint that kind of fades into the underbelly, as you can see just there. Again, like with all of the dinosaurs, those separately sculpted claws. And on this one, the head, as you can see just there, that feels like a Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus to me. I know I said that, but it really does feel like a Jurassic Park Brachie. It has got an opening mouth. And if I put some additional light on there for you, I actually really like the way they've done this eye. You can see it's like a printed pupil that has then got a yellow eye behind it. So that is exactly what I want to see from Hammond Collection. So pretty cool figure all in all. This is, like I say, the biggest dinosaur in the line. As you can see, all the legs have got swivels here. And the other main point of articulation is that neck. And you can see the neck can come fairly far down, so you could get a nice pose of it drinking something. So all in all, the Brachiosaurus, as it is included here, a very, very nice inclusion. Now we're going to go from the Brachie straight to the Hovercraft. So I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit. And you can see the Hovercraft is quite a small, nimble vehicle. Now, as part of this, I do have the little grapple hook You get a grapple hook that one of the figures can be attached to. So it's got attachment points either side and a little sort of handhold for them. And on the packaging it kind of shows it clipped onto the Hovercraft. But you can see, as far as practical vehicles go, this is nice. You've got a sticker for a control console, a control stick, the 2 seats in the actual Hovercraft, steps up onto it on either side, an area at the front that you can open and stow some cargo in, so you do get a cargo crate in this set that can go in there. There is also a little folding chair that you can kind of press down into there as well if you want to. So it's cool that that can carry a lot of the accessories. And then really the main kind of functionality you get with this is A, the fact that I believe it floats, which is cool, so it's this nice firm base. But B, it is compatible with Playmobil's electric motor system, so if you want to turn this into a motorised vehicle, you can. And looking at the back, you can see we have the kind of turbine fans that are connected, so they move in unison. That's really nice. Little bits of detail in there underneath, and this fan that does spin around just behind there. And you can see even the little bits of plastic for the mesh. It's just got quite a nice aesthetic to it. And we will bring a figure in if we bring in one of our human characters. You can see they sit in there quite nicely. They are quite secure. I do want to do the Mattel test. So I have a feeling this is going to be another case like the Jeep. Yeah, it's just a little bit too shallow to get a Mattel figure really in there. I mean, with a Hammond Collection figure, you could potentially get their legs crossed and then you can see kind of mush them down in there, but it's not going to be very natural. So I do think that's one downside to Playmobil, is if you're planning on buying Playmobil to use with other things, that cross compatibility really isn't there. But if you're staying in the Playmobil ecosystem, then it's fine. One final detail to note: this is the same colour as the little Jeep as well, so across the two you do get a nice little fleet of vehicles that you can kind of display together. So that is the Hovercraft. We will now take a look at those human characters. So the first human character we have is a character with a actual attachment point on the vest that you could thread the rope through if you wanted to. So this character is really designed to be used with that kind of grapple hook. So he has got a mountaineering helmet, as you can see, got shorts on, and even has a little elastic band around his wrist. So that is a cool figure. Our other character is a lot more hunter-like. She has got kind of cargo pants on. You can see they're a bit scuffed and muddy. She has got freckles and she's got the long ginger hair. She's got the clip on the side so you could attach something there if you wanted to. And she does have the traditional kind of fedora that can come off. You can see that hair over her shoulder. And all in all, a pretty cool figure. So if we put that back together, those are our two humans in this set, and the humans do get a few accessories. So we get this, like I said, little portable camping chair that is quite a nice little accessory to have. We also get this boulder that you can smash open, and inside is a dragonfly that has been preserved in amber. So again, very Jurassic Park, which I like. We also get this containment case. You can see a cool sticker on it for a little bit of detail. And inside, we have got a boomerang, which is quite cool. And then just a bunch of little accessories. You can see a kind of wrench. You've got a saw, a hammer, a drill and a spanner, and then a little screwdriver. So a bunch of accessories for their kind of dino excavation objectives. So that is quite a cool inclusion. Then we come onto the tree, and we'll look at the upper portion of the tree in a moment, but you can see on the lower portion here, we do get this foliage with a few bits of blue vegetation. We get a small laptop that can be folded up, which is cool. We get this little rack of test tubes, and each of them is removable and has simulated liquid in the bottom of them. This is a phenomenal accessory for toy photography. We also have a microscope, again another fantastic accessory for toy photography. Worth getting the set just for these, I would argue. And then we have got a little red radio. And with those bits and pieces removed, you can see the rock work, the foliage, quite a basic piece of scenery, but it has got some nice elevation to it. So you could take your figures, have one posed there, have the other posed a little bit further up. So there is play opportunity with this. And then, like I say, lastly, looking at the canopy of the tree, you can see there's lots of different pieces of vegetation that you plug in, all to just really add some personality to it. I don't know that I've necessarily assembled it correctly. There are different ways that you could assemble it. But one thing I did want to highlight is the inclusion of this dragonfly, as you can see just there. So that has a little hole in the bottom so it can peg onto any of the kind of vegetation pieces that have got the hole extensions, as you can see just down here. And bringing that a bit closer, you can see that is a really cool looking inclusion. So if we get everything assembled back together, if we, I'm taking test tubes out of the tray by accident there. If we reassemble our scientific supplies, maybe we're going to have the crate there. Or actually, no, do you know what? We'll put the crate and the seat into the actual hovercraft. So we'll put that there. We will crack open the boulder, have our little mosquito showing, have the other piece of boulder work up there, have the radio there. Maybe we'll have the rope kind of pulled here as if the character has just gone up to the tree and he's just come back down. We'll have our Brachiosaurus in the background. You can see we're really going for the scene setup here, guys. So we've got our Brachiosaurus in the background. Then we want to bring in our hovercraft, which can go here. We want those supplies to be tucked away inside. So we'll have them tucked away nicely like so. Then we'll have the laptop set up on the kind of edge here. Don't hovercraft and drive, folks. And then lastly, we will bring our final human character back in. So I have to admit, throughout this entire review series, I've really talked a lot about how Playmobil pack a lot of play into their sets. And nowhere do I think that's more prevalent than this one. Here you really get a lot of accessories that can help to tell different stories, really encourage young people to get creative, and I think that's really awesome. It's one of the main reasons I wanted to partner with Playmobil, because I think the way they do accessories and the way they do storytelling in their sets is very different to any brand that is in this kind of scale and this kind of space. So, with that all said, this has been a closer look at the Brachiosaurus and Hovercraft. I would love to know what you guys think of this set, what you guys have thought of this review series more broadly, so please do let me know in the comments below. A massive thank you to Playmobil for making this series of reviews possible. I really wanted to do something before Jurassic World Rebirth, rather than having a gap in our content in the run-up to the film. There's not a lot of stuff I'm picking up at the moment, so it really was a case of finding a partner who was willing to collaborate before I pick up a bunch of Jurassic stuff, and Playmobil were willing to step in and fill that space, so I really do appreciate it. So guys, like I say, let me know what you thought of all these sets in the comments below. Like, favourite and subscribe. Let me know if there's any other brands you'd like to see Jurassic Collectibles reach out to and cover in the future. And as always guys, until the next video, take care and have a great week.